Dream close, get lost in the vision.
You don't see me, I'm in the studio today. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, hold on right there. What's up, my people? What is up? This is, I guess you can say, it's a special or just a single. It's a Luther's Corner. I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. They're short, man. We're not doing too much of nothing. Just a little chit chat. I think we're gonna cast today. I don't know. We might not. I don't know. But no, man, we're gonna talk about bouncing back. We're gonna start doing. I'm gonna try to start doing some Luther's Corners with just little, you know what I'm saying, kick ups. You know what I'm saying? I guess you could say kick ups, just like reassuring information. Like I have sometimes I be in my own head, and I know some people like that be in their own head. Just you can't figure out what you want to say or how you want to say it, and so hell, I'm trying to make it where that's where you come on here and we just talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, you chit chat, talk about it. There's some things people go through, but they don't want to talk to everybody about it. Some things people go through, they just want everybody to see what everybody else got to say. I know I do it a lot. I really want to see what everybody's saying, you know, how they think. But bouncing back is, to me, I'm saying, you ever been through something where, you know, it's just rocky? You have that rocky road. You feel like it ain't gonna turn around. It's gonna be that way. What do you do to let that go, to bounce back, to, you know, get back on track, get your life how you want it? That's our biggest thing. That's my biggest thing right now, is how to react to the negativity around you to still be able to go and do what you want to do. Because I started like trying to do the little t-shirt thing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to do that. But it seems like it's more people against it than they are that you would think to help. I don't know why people like that. Like, you know, some of our people, we good. You know what I'm saying? We're like, congratulations, you did your thing. And then some of them be like, yeah, good job. But, you know, they mean ill. They have that ill will. I don't like that. But then again, that's why I stopped telling people what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do, because I start seeing a lot of people have negative. They negative as hell, or I'll have something negative to say. So I was like, I'm not even gonna tell nobody when I'm trying to do something. I'm just gonna do it, and I don't even want you to know it's me. Hell, if I push anything, I'll push anybody else's stuff, and won't even let them know it's me, because I feel like when you let them know it's you, the people that'll tell you, hey, go and do that, those will be the people who won't support, because they think it's a joke anyway, or you gonna fail. I don't know. Either way, you know what I'm saying? To those, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? With that F word, that's what I'm saying. Because if we don't know, we are. You should know. If you listen anyway to my stuff when I be rambling. My mom had passed away about it. You know what I'm saying? It's been about a year, so you know it's still kind of weird for me. But I don't talk or conversate too much with my family to this day. Like I talk to my sister every once in a while. Yeah, I talk to my sister every once in a while. But anybody else from home, nope, don't really say too much to them. You learn a lot when something like that happens, because you learn where you know what I'm saying, lie in family and in friends. And shit, I guess it comes to the fact that you, at the end of the day, you come in this by yourself, you're gonna leave by yourself. You don't really have to depend on or need to depend on anyone else but yourself. That's having a wife, a husband, a freaking girlfriend, a boyfriend, partner, whatever. You know, people aren't always on your side. That's what I'm saying. So how you bounce back from that? Once you get that realization that that's what it is. Well, I'm still learning. I don't know. Because when you get a certain age, you don't know how to react to that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, you do know how to react to it, but you don't. You know what I'm saying? Because people, like, it's crazy. The people who you didn't kick it with or was around most, you know what I'm saying, all the time, those are the ones that you know, like those people you come in contact with, those are the ones who will support you before the ones that you were actually there with or for. So my whole thing about kicking back, or the, you know what I'm saying, that bounce back is surround yourself around those people. Talk to those people. Talk to those people that encouraged you even though they weren't around you. Talk to those people who now are seeing how you're doing, checking on you, and you know what I'm saying, getting along, than the ones who you were right up under the whole time. Because those are the ones who want to see you make it. You have some that don't, but those are usually the ones that want to see you make it. I haven't, like, I know for a fact, I can say, where I grew up, I wasn't popular, but I wasn't not, you know, I wasn't known. I was known. Who, you know, people knew who Luther was. And then I was just a cool fat boy. You know, that's what I felt. My friends were closer to me than I felt like my family were. So when at the end of the day, when my mom passed, I found out that that's the truth. So I surround myself with those people, and that's what you have to do. You know, it's not anything negative about family or nothing, but I mean, I always hear family is what you make it, who you know what I'm saying, and it is. It's the people who I feel are there for you when you fall, or are there for you regardless of the fact if you not the perfect person, they still give you your props, give you your roses, and not wait till you're gone. So those kind of people, you know, you have to surround yourself around positivity. You're going to have some that you kicked it with that you was like, hey man, this is my road dog, and they won't say to you either. So sometimes you just got to be, it's that person that's that next step behind them. The one who not really in your face, but you're not really around, but they still say, hey, how you doing? You need something? How you do? Some of those people. I don't know. It's strange because, actually it's strange because I don't have anybody like to bounce off of, because I know what I say. Brandon usually won't be, you know, some things he agree with and a lot of things he's like, well, and so that makes better conversation. It does. But I don't know. Man, this journey started just the book of Luke where it really just started casting, and everything was to be my virtual journal. But it's harder to get people to realize if you're doing it or is it just, you know what I'm saying, a blow by, I guess. What is it? What was that? Like I would say about the old men, they didn't went through. They hit the old spot or whatever. When they say everybody want to be DJs, when you turn 40 and 45, you want to be a DJ and all that shit. I'm like, nah, this is none of that. I just didn't know that this was what I wanted to do or what I should have been doing a long time ago. Because I like to talk. I like to entertain. That's what we do. Today, you know, entertainment, because it's cold as hell. Like, this is the only time I know it's supposed to be hot and it's cold. It's supposed to snow on my son's graduation. In 2 days, my last one, my baby graduates. And I'm very proud of him. I give it to him. He does support his daddy. He come on here, he'll jump on here every once in a while. But congratulations to Bryson. He graduates on Wednesday. That's my 18-year-old. He graduates. That's my last one. All of my kids have walked across the stage. All of them have gone on to live their lives. And I couldn't be more proud of them, regardless if they were in school or out of school. Sometimes that's all a person needs is that congratulations. Like, you know, I'm proud of you. And that's a good thing. Everything I do in my family, I did it because I didn't have that. Like, everything I did because my dad didn't. And, I mean, I don't hate him for that, you know, because I'm proud to be the man I am today because of these things. Like, I decided that I was not going to not be in my kids' life. I wanted to do everything that I know I didn't get, and some I'm not gonna say I was just the greatest at, because I have two that I am in their lives, but I wasn't that main focus or that big part because they did not live with me. But I did what I could to be the best father knew to be, and so to my Johnny, my firstborn. She is doing great, back in school doing her thing. I love her to death. She is why I'm who I am. To Dakota, my son. He is out here in Denver doing his thing, just got married, proud of him. He's doing his thing. My son Imani is in Texas, has a child, has a family, doing his thing. And then I got my last two with me at the crib. They gonna probably be there forever. They probably never gonna leave. And you know what? I don't even need them to, because I'm gonna try to stay as close to my family as I can, because I felt like I was on the outside of mine. So, regardless of that, I'm going to do better than I felt like I got. And then I want them to be better than me, and then their kids, so on and so on. That's a big thing. So my bounce back, is really just being the best Luther I can be. Like now, it's about Luther. It's going to be about Luther. I tried, because you try so hard, girl, when you have a family, to be a dad and a friend and, a protector. And, sometimes it just doesn't work out like that. Which I don't mind, like not bringing a baby to my crib, and it don't bother me none at all, because when I do because that's what I love to do. I work with children, and it's sad that that's a thing, that the ones who work with the kids who make, who help try to mold a child into a young person, into a young adult, into an adult, they get paid scraps compared to the people, who make clothes or sell clothes. Or, yeah, it's dumb. But anyway, we're gonna get off of that too. I have noticed now that our teacher situation, our education is like drastically falling. Like they're not teachers like they used to be. There aren't teachers that actually care like they used to, because we start to. We're doing some backwards thing. I don't know if it's a slip in the matrix or what, but we are so backwards in what we're doing with our kids and for our kids. It's been crazy. It's been crazy, because I know I don't know how it is in Texas, but they've dropped the Board of Education. They've dropped that, and that to me felt like that was a mistake, because right now teachers in Texas don't get paid how they need to, because teachers are important. They make our kid. They basically raise our kids half of the time. So when we don't have that, what do we have? So yes, I do. I have to go sub. I have to sub. I'm not the best sub where you will just want to, hey man, this man didn't know that. Nope. But I am one of those ones who I care about the kids enough to let them teach them a little respect. Give them, humble them a little bit. I might not be. I'm gonna shout out to Miss Kelly. Miss Kelly was mean as hell in school. Mean as hell. She was a behavior teacher for the ISS. But that woman right there made it where you didn't want to go in there and be with her, because she was gonna turn you around. And so that's who I try to be here. And I work with the kids because I want them to be better than what we were. I don't know. That's the way I felt like that I had to bounce back. It was, man, who in the hell, DRA? I don't know who that is, but you know what? Quit calling my phone. I had to, change how I thought and how I was doing things, because, believe it or not, some kids actually do like that correction and direction. Some don't, because they've never had it. But most of them like to know that you actually give a damn about what they're doing. And so that was my thing. My mom passed away. I was like, that's my bounce back. That's gonna be my bounce back. Well, I'm gonna use everything I've learned and how I was raised and how my mom was around to my friends and to me, and I'm going to do better and be better. And so therefore, that's what I did, or that's what I'm doing now, as of right now. I have kids I talk to every day. I have kids I talk to every once in a while. I have kids from 4 years ago that still, come by and see how I'm doing, checking on it, because I was something positive in their life when they needed it. It's not always being positive all the time, but it's being positive for someone when they need it. That's kind of where I like to be, because I'm not always right. We as grown-ups, we fuck up too, but we're not always right. But we have to be able to let the kids know that we can make a mistake and bounce back so they can do the same thing. I have been on and on and on. I really would like to go and talk, speak at some of these schools. Just not like one of those guys come up there and they're motivational speakers, because that's not what I am. That's not what I do. I'm not here to motivate you to look at me, I'm just great. No, I'm here to talk real. I want to be there to talk real. Tell kids, let them know how it is for real, because the real world will kick you, stomp you, punch you in the face, drag you through the dirt, and then spit you out. Regardless if you're the smartest person or the hardest person, or like you just don't give, or you just like old dog off of Minnesota, just don't give a. You know what I'm saying? It's still, life has a way of humbling you. So therefore, you need to know how to bounce back. And I've had a lot of friends who's been to jail, then came back doing so much better for themselves. I done seen some of my friends just have to leave where we're from, our state, to, but they're doing so much better. You know what I'm saying? Doing big things. So when we moved, I hated it. I didn't want to move. I didn't want to go to work. I was Texas boy, down home country. That was me. I liked to be in where I knew everybody. But it took about a year or two for me to realize that, hell, if I even moved there, I wouldn't miss nowhere. So shit, I better try to make the best of it. So I moved to Colorado, and it's different. It is definitely different. I'm not a city person. I like country. But I have learned a bunch. Like, I can't judge city people and country people because they about the same. Racism is about the same. It's just back home they'll tell you in your face, and out here they'll do it behind your back, and but it's still the same. Job-wise, yeah, it's all right. Unless you work in an oil field, you're gonna be great. But if you don't, it's not the same, because everything is so much higher here. But that's a bounce back for me too, because we went from sitting up here to now, and we came back down. And we came over here, it was back down there. But you brought it up where we needed to be. I don't know people from Georgia, so if I do know you, just text me if because I'm not been answering the phone. People don't like them be on the phone. I'd rather talk on here, and you can text me on here, and I'll talk to you. But other than that, nah, man, I don't know. I like being on this platform because you can just talk, go say what you want to say. You know what I'm saying? There's other people going to listen to you or not. Frankly, I didn't do this to get rich or to, be a celebrity. I did this because it was an easier way for me to get stuff off my head and not care what anybody was saying. It's like my own personal way of therapy, because some people might hit back and give me a comment or two that I need to hear, and then some gonna be on there talking shit as usual. But you know what? Go ahead and talk your shit. I like that, because I need that negative. That negative only makes more positive for me. So, it's cool, because if somebody got to hate, that means it's got to be something good you're doing, or they're just a hater, and that's what they're gonna be their whole life. So I ain't on the trip. A really important message I really want to get out there for whoever listens. If you are not that person that is the standout in your family, or you feel like you're the black sheep of your family, don't have your head down. Hold your head up, because you might be the black sheep of your family. You might feel like you're outside of the door of your family, but somewhere else, you're somebody else's miracle. You're somebody else's confidant. You're somebody else's hero. So what you're not getting at home, you can always, respect and know that you can get it somewhere else. Because where family don't need your help, they will. I try to make it a point not to ask too much for help from mine because I know how people are. And people are quick to, well, you need this and you asked for this and you always. So I didn't ask. Did it make me feel some type of way? Yeah, it did. But then I kind of grew out of that too because, people going to be people. You know what I'm saying? You already know you only can do what you can do. My mom, she was a great mom. She did what she could. She helped me when she could. But I didn't have to ask because the only times I did ask, it was not the greatest. But, she still was there for me. So that's what I do with my kids. Like, it's a lot of kids. When I say my kids, I have a lot of them. At least 40 or 50. They need something. If I don't have it, I'll try to go find it. And if I can get it, I get it to them. If I can't, guess what? They don't get it. And shit, it is what it is. But you'd be surprised how people who they're less fortunate. Because where I felt I was less fortunate, but hell, it's people worse than me. And they really appreciate the little things that you do. And that turned my whole, that put like a little glow in my heart because I don't care if you can go find some used shoes, clean them up and give them some. These kids still appreciate that. And so at one point I told my kids, y'all ungrateful mother. Boy, I was mad. But it was a child who came to me and he said, it's not what you do to get the acknowledgement. It's the person that you're doing it for. And I was like, oh, damn. Okay. So that's how I see things. That's like, the more I do for people who don't have what I have, then that makes me feel a whole lot better than trying to be accepted by people who don't accept you anyway. Just saying. And yeah, there might be something to say that that's just bullshit. All right, man, it is what it is. I feel how I feel. I'm gonna say what I want to say. Whether they talk to me or don't talk to me, I'm like 40-some years old. I lived half my life without, being on your head. So I don't think it's too much hurt y'all or me if I'm not there now. And so that's what I do. I sit here in Colorado and I try to be the best dad I can be, the best mentor I can be, the best me I can be. And so it might not be good for everybody else, but it's damn good for me. I like what I do. I love me. I love me some me. Matter of fact, I had a friend, she was on, I saw that, she said, I love me some me. I said, hey, that's my saying. And then I started thinking about it. Bro, that was like one of the first couple things I said to that person when I met that person. I was like, I ain't tripping because I love me some me. Because I was a bigger dude. And my grandfather always told me that you can't expect anybody else to want or love you if you don't want to love yourself. And so I love me some me. So I wasn't one of those ones that got discouraged over no damn female saying nothing because, shit, what you don't want somebody else to do. Just depends on who wants the pudding. So I just give it to them, you know what I'm saying? That's how it is. So shout out to ma'am, Kate, you're a great person. There are people that come, in your life at a time that, you know what I'm saying, you ever had that where that one that got away or that one that, should have stayed. Yeah, we all have those. We all do. But I'm glad that everybody's doing good. You know what I'm saying? That was like my fam. She was like my fam, bro. I'm telling you. Like, there'd be some problems. That was there. Patrina. Yeah. But, no, man, we really have to get better at the bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Because now we have kids that once they feel like they fell off, like they're taking their lives and stuff. And mental health is crazy now. It is crazy now. I don't understand how when we were growing up we had the same problems as our kids today. But our kids today cannot take what was dished out. They just can't. And guess what? It's gonna be over already. That is the quickest short after done. So we'll have to have part 2 on how to bounce back. Maybe later on.